Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our lesson today. We are through with the higher purchase. Today we shall be looking on simple interest. We shall be looking on simple interest. Simple interest, we say, is the money paid for. Is the money paid for money deposited or borrowed. It's what is called simple interest. You deposit money in a bank, then you will get money on top of your amount that you have deposited. That one is what is called interest now. Simple interest now, there are some formulas we need to cram. Let us see now. Interest is equal to principal times rate times time of 100. That's how we get the interest. So interest, we say, is equals to the principal, time is the rate, time is the time of 100. Principal is the amount you deposit in a bank. It's what is called principal. So if you hear principal, means the amount you have borrowed. Principal, deposit, amount borrowed, loan invested, or same. So if you hear principal is the same as deposit. If you hear deposit or principal is the same, or the amount you have borrowed, or the amount borrowed, all are the same, or the loan invested. If you hear, all are same. So that's how we get. So interest equals to the principal, time is the rate, time is time of 100. So all these are same. Let us now find when we have principal. How do we get the principal? Principal is the same as the deposit. How do you get the deposit or the amount borrowed? We say is equal to now interest is equal to interest time is 100 alpha the rate time is time. The rate is the percentage one is called the rate. You are given 10% rate, 10% of the money. That one is called rate. And the time is either month or year. So that's how we get. How do you get the principal or the deposit or the amount you have borrowed? The borrowed or the loan invested is equals to the interest multiplied by 100 alpha the rate, time is the time. How do we get now when they ask the rate? Rate is equals to the percentage one. Now this rate. Now to get this rate now, what we do, we say is the interest. Rate is equals to is the interest. Time is 100. So they are same. Interest times 100. Interest times 100. Alpha now, we want this one. So this one will replace it by the deposit now. Alpha the principal. Alpha the principal. Time is now the time. So what happened now? When they ask the principal, you see the rate. When they ask the rate will go this side, the principal will come down. That's what we do. How do we get time? Time, this time now. How do you get this time? This time we get this time, we say is the interest. Time is equals to interest. Time is 100. That's commonality, is common. Alpha now, the rate. Alpha the rate. Time is now, we don't have the time. Time is the principal now. Time is the principal. How do we get amount now? How do we get amount? When you are asked the amount is equals to interest. Amount is equals to interest plus the principal. That is how we get amount. So amount means you first get the interest, then you add the principal and the amount. When you add, the principal and the interest, when you add, what you will get is the amount. So these formulas are very important now. So let us see questions now. Here you are told find the simple interest on each of the following. Find the simple interest. Find the simple interest of on each of the following. On each of the following. On each of the following. Then they said shillings 500. Shillings 500 borrowed. Shillings 500 borrowed. at the rate of 10%, at the rate of 10% for 1 year. For 1 year. For 1 year. So they say to find the symbol interest. They want to now symbol interest. The keyword is interest. So interest, we said interest is equals to principal times rate times time all for 100. That's how we get interest. Principal means the amount borrowed, or the amount deposited is called principal. So principal we have, where is it? 500 borrowed. Borrowed means principal. So which is shillings 500 times rate. The rate is, I said, is the percentage one. Which one is percent now? 10%. Time is 10. Time is time. T means time. 1 year. Time is 1 over 100. So cancel. You will cancel. So we say 5 times 10 times 1. You will get shillings 50. You get shillings 50. 5 times 10 is 50. That is how we do the symbol interest. So interest equals to principal, which is 500, time is rate, which is 10, time is time, 1 year, all of 100. If the time is in month, for example, sometimes they will give you month. If the time is in month, you will say all for total. For example, let's say if you are told here is 9 months. If here is a 9 month, you will have said 500 times rate 10 times 9 months all for 100 times 12. Why do we say times 12? We are changing the month into a year. So you say whenever you are given a month, you say all for 12 here. To change it what? The month into year. So whenever you are given a month, you say all for 12. But now we don't say all for 12 because we are told is 1 year is already in year. That is how we solve. So if the rate is in per annum, the time must be in a year. But if the rate is in per month, the time should be in a month. So that is how we solve that one. Question B. Question B. Question B, you are told shillings 3,000 borrowed. Shillings 3,000 borrowed at the rate of 16%. At the rate of 16% for a half year. For a half year. So still the question asking symbol interest. Interest equals to the principal, which is shillings 3,000. Principal, which is shillings 3,000 times rate, which is 16, the percentage on rate, times time. Now, easy way, you can say times a half, it's okay. But in easy way, whenever you are given half, you can say times 0.5 in short. Then alpha 100. Or you can say 3,000 times 16 times a half, then alpha 100 is the same. But for easy way, whenever you are given half is 0.5. Whenever you are given 2.5, you can say easy way times 2.5. Then you multiply direct. So sometimes it confuses. So cancel. We cancel this one, we cancel this one. We cancel this 0, we remove the decimal. We cancel this, cancel. We cancel this 0, we remove the decimal of this one because the half is 0.5. So you multiply now. You say 3 times 16 times 5, you will get 0 times 5, you will get shillings 2,400. That is the symbol interest. That's how we get the symbol interest, shillings 2,400. Interest is equals to principal times rate 16 times time a half 0.5, or you can say times a half. It's the same, but always I prefer 0.5. So cancel. You kill this 0, you remove the decimal because it's multiplication. So you say 3 times 16 times 5, you will get shillings 2,400. That is how we solve that question. There's another one also. You are given, you are told Asha deposited shillings 5,000 in a saving bank. Asha deposited shillings 5,000 in a bank. Asha deposited shillings 5,000 in a bank for 1 year. For 1 year. Then they said now, if the bank paid 2.5% interest, if the bank paid 2.5%, if the bank paid 2.5% interest, if the bank paid 2.5% interest, then he said, how much did he get as interest? How much did he get as interest? How much did he get as interest? How much did he get as interest at the end of 1 year? At the end of the year. Question mark. Yes. Aisha deposit. That's the principal. So we have the deposit or the principal is shillings 5,000. We list what we have. A bank for 1 year time. 1 year. If the bank paid 2.5% interest, I said the percentage one is always the rate. 2.5%. You can say 2.5 is the way percent is the same. How much interest did he pay? They are asking interest now. So interest is equals to the principal. Interest is equals to the principal, which is the deposit, 5,000, times rate. The rate is 2.5. 2.5 is 2.5 is the way. Times 2, or you can change it to improper fraction, is the same, but I prefer this for easy way. 2.5 times time 1 year, alpha 100. You cancel, they go together. Now you multiply, we multiply now. So we say, now here there is decimal and here there is 0. I said when there is a number has a 0 and the other one has a decimal and this multiplication, you cancel the 0, the point will go outside. So you multiply now. You say now 25 times 5, 25 carry 2, 10, 11, 12, 125. So the answer here is equals to now shillings. 25 times 5 is 120. 5. That is how we get the interest. That is the interest. Now. It's very easy. So how do we get now? They're asking how much interest did he get. Interest is equals to principal, deposit, which is 5,000, times rate 2.5, times time 1 year, alpha 100. Then after multiply now, you will get shillings 125 as interest. That is how we get. If you are given now, for example, let's say you are given a month, what do we do now? If you are given a month, I said always you can say alpha 12, the month you will say alpha 12, then that is how we solve it now. For example, let's say our deposit or our principal, let's say is 12,000. That is the amount the person has deposited. And then they say the rate now, the rate is now 10%. Then now the time you are given in 10% per annum. Then you are given 9 months. Then someone will tell you find the interest. Now. So to get to the interest now, we say interest is equals to the principal, the deposit, the loan invested, the amount borrowed. That is all the same. Those terms are same. So they can use either of those. So deposit, interest is equals to principal times rate times time alpha 100. Principal, which is now 12,000, is 12,000, times rate now 10, times time 9 months, alpha 100. What do we do now? This month, and the rate is per annum. Per annum means by year. So if the rate is in per annum or in by year, what we do, we change the time into year, the month into year. So what do we say now? This 9 months. So we say time is 12 now, we are changing the month into year. Whenever you are given months and the rate is in per annum, what you do, you say all for 12 to change the month into a year. So cancel, they go together. By 12 1, by 12 10. So you say 10 times 10 times 9. Here you will get, which is equals to shillings 900. That is how we get the interest. That is how we get the interest. They normally give you the month one because so that you forget this one. So don't forget all for 12 whenever you are given a month. So principal times rate times time, all for 100, all for 12. Then you will get 900 as interest. But when they ask amount now, I said earlier, amount is equals to, how do we get the amount? Amount, we add the interest and the principal. If someone tells you find the amount, what do you do now? This is the interest plus the principal now. 12,000 plus 9,000, that will be the amount now. We shall be doing a question. Let us go to now amount. When they ask amount. When they are asking amount. So amount now, when they ask amount, there are some terms they use when to refer amount. When you hear now, how much did he withdraw? Someone has deposited money, then they will say how much the person withdrew. So amount withdrawn. So amount withdrawn. Amount withdraw. How much did he withdraw? If you hear, that is amount. Then they said, how much did he pay? Amount pay. How much did he pay? How much did he pay back? How much will be in his account? All these are same. These are terms are same. If someone tells you find the amount, that's amount. If someone tells you how much did the person withdraw, that is amount. If someone tells you the person how much did he pay, amount. How much did he pay back? Amount. How much will be in the account? Amount. Those terms, they normally use these terms to refer the amount. So you should be vigilant. So now let us see a question here. Here you are told, let's say Abdi borrowed, here you are given the principal, let's say the principal here, let's say you are given 2,400, shillings 2,400. Then now time, the rate you are given, the rate you are given 0.5%. Then you are given time, someone has given you 5 years. Now, what they are asking is the amount now. Someone will tell you find the amount. To get the amount we said, remember we said amount is equals to the interest plus the principal. But interest we don't have. The first thing we do is to get the interest. We must get the interest. How do we get the interest? We said interest equals to the principal, which is shillings 24,000, the principal, times the rate. The rate is 0.5%. And I said I prefer in decimal. You change to decimal. Time is 0.5. Time principal, time is rate, time is time 5 years is a year, we don't say all for 12, time is 5, all for 100, cancel. So we multiply now. So we say 24 times 5, 25, 20, 0 carry 2, 10, 11, 12, 120, times 5, another 5, 0, 10, 0 carry 1, 5 plus 1, 6. Decimal point, we have 1. So they go together. So when you multiply these two, you will get shillings 60. You will get shillings 60. So 24 times 0.5 times 5, you will get shillings 60. What is this now? Is interest. But they don't want interest. What they want is the amount. How do we get amount? We said amount is equals to interest plus the principal we add. Interest is here. Principal, we already given. What we do now, we add. So we say 2,000 shillings 2,400 plus shillings 60, which is equals to shillings 2,460. This is the amount now. This is the amount now. This is the amount. So we said interest, we must get the interest. Interest equals to the principal, which is 2400 times 0.5. You will get over 100, you will get shilling 60, and that is the interest. Shilling 60 is the interest, but they don't want the interest. What they're asking is the amount. Amount is equals to now principal, which is shillings 2400 plus shilling 60. You will get shillings 2460. So that's how we get the amount. So if you are asked the amount, what you do, you add the interest and the principal. That is how. And when they ask, I said the words they use, how much will he withdraw? Amount, you add. How much did he pay? Or how much did she pay? You add. How much did she pay back? Is the amount, you add. How much will be in the account? You add. Those terms are common in examination. So when you add, you will get 2460. So we did the simple interest and we did the amount. So tomorrow we shall be doing principal. I don't want to mix them. So we shall stop it there for today. I wish you all the best.